my gift from God. She told me about a friend who had just arrived on the scene. Only saw the back of her head and a picture on the screen. Kept saying she was beautiful, a queen in every way. Didn't know that God was writing what I'm living in today. First time that I met Missy, I walked up, took a breath, smiled at her and said hello in Amharic under stress. Thought I flex a couple phrases, let the language do the job. But she hit me with a goodbye, then she turned and let it drop. Later on I learned the reason. She had seen this game before. Thought I was another playboy contractor at her door, trying to charm Ethiopian women, playing shallow, chasing thrill. Funny how that first impression didn't match the Father's will. Back then we couldn't see it, but the author had a plan. God was writing out a story neither one of us could scan. Bigger than our expectations, more than we could understand. He was setting up a family in the hollow of his hand. We were married 2017, tied the knot. Just a couple chasing Jesus with the little that we got. Like so many other couples, we had trials on the way, disappointments, heavy seasons. We could only meet with pray. We were praying for a baby, for a child in our home. Felt the ache of empty silence when you waiting all alone. Some nights we were asking why this road had to be so rough. Why the waiting and the weeping never seemed to be enough. Questions hanging in the midnight. Why the journey taking long? Why the door is staying closed when you could open with a song? But the God we serve is faithful even when we cannot see. He was working in the shadows, writing answers patiently. Then one day in all that waiting came a whisper, came a shift. One of the greatest little miracles, our unexpected gift. Didn't look like fire from heaven, didn't sound like parted seas. Just a name upon our spirits floating softly on the breeze. During every one of Missy's prayers she kept saying Aniya. We were thinking maybe Aniya, but this name kept burning higher. As she talked to God in secret, that same name was on her heart. And when I would bow in prayer, that same word would always start. We believed that it was heaven, playing syllables and soul, like the Father wrote a promise in a single spoken roll. After praying I went searching just to see what it could mean. Pulled it up and read the letters glowing right there on the screen. And in a yeah it means that God is answering. That he hears every whisper in a session, every heartbreak, all the tears. After years of steady praying for a blessing from above, God responded in his timing with a daughter in his love. Not a second out of order, not a minute out of place. He was teaching us to trust him while we waited on his grace. When we thought that we were empty, he was filling us inside. Turned our waiting into worship, turned our sorrow into pride. Even then the road was fragile, pregnancy became a fight. We were looking at how precious every breath is every night. Missy's pressure getting higher, numbers rising off the chart. There were moments when I felt the fear just gripping at my heart. Faced the thought that I could lose the future that we planned. One stroke, one faithful moment in our lives out of our hand. Every beep inside that room was like a drum inside my chest. Every prayer became a weapon, every tear became a test. Looking back I see his fingerprints on every single day. God was covering our story in a quiet, holy way. Through the hardships, disappointments, every prayer that seemed denied, he was walking through the valley, standing always by our side. Every frightening situation, every night we couldn't sleep, he was carrying us gently when the water ran too deep. Didn't always feel his presence, but his mercy never missed. He was writing out a testimony, I'm rapping in this twist. Now today I see my family, see my wife and see my child. I don't only see a household, I see heaven when they smile. When I look at them together, see the story we've been through. I don't just see flesh and blood, I see God's promises come true. Missy, I love you with all of my heart, that's on God. You're a gift I never earned, more than anything I thought. Thank you for every season, every storm that we survived, hand in hand through every desert. You were right there by my side. And to our beautiful daughter, little Aniya, here this ride, you're a living, breathing servant of this perfect set apart time. You remind us every moment that our Father truly cares. You're the proof that God is listening, you're the echo of our prayers. I've been blessed beyond deserving, I can feel it when I breathe. Gave me favor I could never ever purchase or achieve.